time to go into map number 2. Detonation Focus Me out in front.
Twitter handle guy? Yeah, don't know all the gun.
On their map pick of Ascent. Now T1 need to try to even up the
okay, T1 on defense
all the way to a map 3.
and DFM on attack, and I'm excited to see if, I mean, it's not going to look as good, but let's see what they got. There's been a lot of stuff that if you combined everything and put it together, they could have a very nice amount of stuff on this. And T1, I've been struggling on attack, like we say.
This is who I have to have my eyes on. Execute.
Or one pistol, push them into the chamber. I'm a big fan of this. If you've been watching some of my YouTube stuff as well, I've been highlighting it. And if you just watch the stream in general, I always talk about it when I see it. And Rossi, who watches the stream, also might have implemented that a little bit into this team, because I'm telling you, the success rate of the 4-1 default is, I'd even say it's 90%. Probably going to lose now, but...
They have waterfall now as well, so this post plant's not so bad for DFM.
Yeah, but it's still a rough plant for them, especially as the smoke goes in. We've got to have some spam on this one. Fade Eye is really nice. Oh, it's close. There we go. It's got the diffusing. Keeping up with the 90% win rate. I'm telling you, it's too high. It just doesn't lose. It's buff. This has a buff, no matter what the situation. Lovely smoke coming out from them as well. Lovely smoke from Izu, just not in the right positions. The thing is, it works so well, right, the 4-1. Because the 1's normally good for 1. The 4 normally overwhelms. And then what happens is you have to reactively take map control once you lose map control and you realize people are behind. And then the plant normally isn't for there. And you're also in situations that you're not used to playing. So it's like, it's so stacked.
Outlaw now going to be in the hands here of Execute as he pivots over towards the A site. Real pressure being applied there, however, by DFM. It's going to be orb take here from May. 2 kills in that opening round.
Yeah, now the desk talked a little bit about, you know, the potential of maybe the Sky continuing to return for DFM if you know that you're playing against the Chamber, things like that. So we see a little bit of a trap play. Not going to find any targets. But
standing still.
Yeah, of course, you know, with the Viper, you can still try to creep up. And
everyone's going to go door.
Okay with this.
At least going to get a plant. Let's see if Viper goes aggro into the Viper. Viper off. Viper on Viper. Okay, I think Rossi tapped the orb and was just ready for this one. So nicely done. Could have got a bit out of control if they got this gun. They at least get the plant, and they get anything else.
Turret set up 3 players now on the post plant. Let's see what kind of damage they can deal.
They are already filling the site, so that gives him a shot.
Paranoia does catch on the multiple as they drop down. In the corner though, Saya and Izu will get one apiece. Just seeing if he can find anything at all, but he cannot. So it's going to be a flawless follow-up here for the side of T1.
Flawless. I mean, armory buy.
Things off nicely with a 2-0. Now though,
did they hit the outlaw?
Let's see what DFM have up their sleeve.
Yeah, this is a pretty strong collection of weapons to carry over to the bonus as well. Nice snap there from Rossi.
Ewok, hello mate, how you doing? Congrats on the game the other day as well. Bro, it was an intense game.
There was a degree of desperation in Carpe's voice.
I mean, I think also just recognizing that it's important to kind of keep the vibes going, right? The conversations going, and Carpe as the IGL and as the captain for the team, that falls on him. Now this is going to be the big one. It's not really always going to be the fade, but more so how much space do you take?
Saya
yeah, and they managed to get out of there with, but this was nice from T1. Yeah, and okay, I like the reaction here. Oh man, he's dead. Yeah, solid combo. I've never really, I mean, the C crunch with 4 people, really strong. And they saved their util as well, so that was great. Got it insta-react, it's another 4-1 into the chamber. And in terms of the chip damage, we actually have some people that are one-shot that weren't before. Yeah.
Zess with the headshot, able to take him down. Neth now lingering around, looking to try to get the catch.
Damn, the crouch is everything here.
Carpe does manage to find that elimination. That gives the man advantage back over here to T1. Izu first try to deal with this plan coming in, but widely.
Spike
Just wait,
planted.
play patiently for the rest of the team to get rotated over.
May needs to win here.
May's
on the
got to
Rumble
get.
fight.
Oh, hey, oh, that's kind of
Okay,
nice now.
Medusa's gonna
Because
cover
then
for
he can get the kill on this.
Well, that suddenly makes things a lot easier because the post-plant situation was not great for DFM. All spread out
A really good
across.
reposition from the Viper as well, just knowing that the Rays can take control of it.
Up top, and Izu not really accounted for. Swing out. Carpe dead. Down 10 HP.
Not again.
Smoke in. Boombot going forward. Goes off. Izu down now. 40 HP with just a
Okay,
Spectre in hand.
nicely handled. T1 should be happy with the amount of damage they did for sure. And DFM should just be happy that they got around.
Yeah, but with how things started, of course, Anthem getting caught on the other side, getting C's-nated, they'll be happy with the round win. They'll still have their selection of rifles. It's just going to be the half.
Yeah, it's been a
armors,
while.
couple abilities missing
Ah, it
here
looked
and
good,
there.
man. It looked good.
We did see the operator come out on the other side for Excurit, see how that comes into play. But overall, something we're noticing, continuing from Ascent, is the way that they're covering each other's angles. That has been very clean for DFM, even in some tough situations like that post-plant.
It's glass
Okay, we
cannon.
got two people that can
All
buy
in,
next. Is
full
the easiest
investment
way to
here
do
from
this is they go
Excurit.
aggro over towards A,
Just
4
gonna reveal
people,
number one,
and that is a
straight
spam
through
just
Rossi with that
straight
Odin.
all the way
Will take
through.
down Neth.
So the Killjoy or the Viper going down early does make things a lot more difficult for DFM.
Yeah, that was nice. And
Can't
they
be
set
as
up the
active on
chamber.
lurk anymore.
Super
So
aggro
they
as
gotta make a
well. It's one of the
choice.
better
Do we just
things,
try
right?
to
Getting to
swarm
this
whoever has
position
taken over Rubble,
means that you have to use
or
your
do we
Prowler
try to
early, and a
slow
lot
creep
of
and work
times
the
teams
revolving
don't want to use their Prowler early, so they
Well,
walk into the
Excurit's not
angle
gonna
like
give him the
this.
shot, not gonna get punished.
It's one of the big
Just
weaknesses
backpedal
against the
towards the door once again.
Fnatic comp.
Rendezvous set up, ready to go. Got to range the trademark, but doesn't matter. You have a double stack of Saya player as well as Rossi. Just watching their into main.
Shot, man.
That's again.
yeah, he's got his number for sure.
Let's take him down.
Oh, imagine he hit that as well. Would have been actually fully on.
Would have been a big
I goes in,
opener
and
here.
that did clear all of C,
But
right?
looks
Because
like
it only
DFM is
hit
going to
one.
work the fact that both controllers responded solo to their advantage a
The
little
longer
bit.
they
You
wait,
might
the
have caught
better,
a
because
glimpse of
the
Anthem.
trip went down with
But
the
at the end of
chamber,
day, you know that
and
you've now
B
put
is
the
open.
focus onto A and C.
Yeah, and B's been open
It's a
for a
pretty big
while, so
defeat.
this is now a question mark,
Perhaps
and this is now a
smoke
question
from
mark.
Saya, recognizing that that's the part of
Fade
map
needs
that
to
they
at
don't
least
have
start
any
watching
information on.
this.
Purposely sends the paranoia to draw that focus back to A.
He's working on it now that, of course, don't have to worry about the
Saya
trademark
gets a
either with
kill,
Excurit
that's
out of the
Razor.
picture. Slow creep up. Carpe nearby. Side player as well. Time ticking. There's the plant.
So they'll get the plant, but how do they
10
keep the
seconds
hold?
left.
It's the forward left corner here
Spike
for them.
planted.
Oh,
Seth's still lurking outside.
Carpe's way ahead, and they have no idea because of that haunt not tagging him.
Continues to inch forward. Paranoia now set.
Dude, the crouches
Medusa
today.
getting
What's
out of the
going
duel.
on
Side
here?
player ends up
Everyone's
getting
crouching
dropped.
shots.
There's the reveal. It's out of sync, but they're trying to get the delay, but now Anthem going to be gone, but Medusa still holding
Whoa.
the ground. Drags across, gets the 3K. And now it's Izu in a 1v2.
Uh-oh.
Yet again.
Shameful performance.
Tap onto the spike. So there's one above.
Damn,
but it's
Medusa. What the
finishing
hell?
off.
On the big
4
buy
kills
rounds?
for him in the round. Pit
Money
now
in the
online.
bin?
And the score now
That is some
tied.
impact
Well, I
right
was
there.
in full agreement with the desk when
Yeah,
they said they
I'm
wanted
surprised
to
he
see
won
if
the
Medusa
first
could
duel, and
continue
then
to be consistent, 'cause he
was it
had
the
some
first?
ups and
It was the
downs
second? I can't
in
remember
their
now.
previous showings.
Yeah,
But if
this
it's
one.
gonna be like this,
That is just such a nasty shot.
yeah, that flick, that third kill, incredible. After being spotted by the haunt.
Crouch spring? I don't know. I think it has a place. I remember in the
Now,
beginning of the game, everyone was
position
like
to go ahead and take the
unbinding
lead for
crouch, but
themselves.
the amount of times I'm seeing people
Second
like
hit already online.
win
That
duels
Nightfall
because
just
they
went
are
away.
crouching is
Showstopper as well from May. Nearly built up.
a lot now, especially on pistols against ghosts.
Grit wanted to take some
That's how I swear.
forward
That's how
space there,
Sentinels
but
do it all the time.
Headhunter that
I
he would be
watch them and
relying
then
on.
non-stop crouching on
Massive bit of
pistols.
damage. Down to 20 HP now. It's Showstopper up over the top. And X-Crit nowhere to go. Ends up falling. Nice headshot from Izu. Does manage to equalize. His TP up on top of the box. And
That was a bit
all
too much.
easy.
Yeah, that was a bit too much to try
Stationary
force in there
target,
after the
Izu.
kill. It was a great reposition, obviously, from Izu, but
Go ahead. Fall this one back.
And-
Close angle.
Whoa.
Prepare for it. No. Neth
big
will be
win
able to
on
shut
this,
it
but
down.
did they get the spike for...
It's
No
just
way.
absolutely on
Anthem
the
won
air.
that duel over towards site. Fatal goes
Now
in,
on
hits
his
one,
lonesome.
hits two. He knows where they both are.
The
Can just
Nightfall
send
gets
it over
committed.
towards...
Knows where the two are.
Okay. Send
He's
it
got
over
some space
towards
to play
A.
with.
What are the actual
Something's gonna be
HPs?
recovered though.
Still just gonna go for the safest play. Try to get the plant on A, it looks like.
150? Okay.
What's the setup though? Does he try to go aggressive outwards? That's gonna be the call. Doesn't want to wait for them to swarm him.
Get
Dude,
behind
imagine he gets to
There's a
rubble.
Chance for the surprise, but will just be spotted now. But oh, the damage.
Oh, man.
So you're gonna be TPing.
The fade eye is good to
Right
see if
over
he
on
cancels
side
it, and it's a
Anthem.
good plant for
Watch
him.
for
Smoke
this
goes
as the
in,
smoke comes down.
9 HP.
Though. Tap coming
Smart.
through. He confirms his position. 36 HP here from Anthem.
Oh!
The instant headshot. Izu, what a monstrous
The server
round.
is, the
The
server is
absolute
stacked, bro. They're all
snap on
hitting
him.
shots. What an
I mean,
absolute
Anthem
round
was
this
playing
was.
as best he could, right?
Yeah,
He goes for a bit of a
Medusa has
wider
a
angle, and then
good
he's
hero
creeping
play,
back
and
in.
Izu has a good hero play.
accounts
That
for
was
it and
fast.
just
Lovely
locks
ult
on
from
like a
him.
laser.
Obviously, lovely 2 kills as well over towards
Absolutely
C.
disgusting. It all starts with this Sheriff. I mean, it was the 3K. Just with this one here. Just so
Yeah, he had to
crisp.
use his ult to reposition here as well. He,
Yeah.
Could shot him pretty much anywhere, but he said, nah.
even
Look good doing
the
this.
tap of the
Snap
spike
on.
and the smoke on here is like literally just
Wow.
perfect. Okay, and then we're literally back to like 2 rounds ago where we just have a massive swing round where now only one person can buy next. We
Push
get the
out again
raise.
for that rubble control.
We get the op out
Ready.
on
Get around.
Chamber. Still a very passive play, but yeah, passing to shoot this. I mean, you would imagine this is good for one.
Revealing the operator, but
Personal assistant shoots double. They're on top of it.
Getting a decent read.
I like it. They
Man, the
realized where that
disciplines,
shot
man.
came from. It wasn't in front of the Prowler, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Solid awareness here from them. That's Prowlers out of Carpe as well. DFM now just gonna look to pump the brakes.
Yeah, they did have to invest a lot, though, right?
Yeah,
to
I was
get
gonna
that
say it
information
is
that
a
there was more than
slight
one,
nightmare
potentially
though.
that
Double
operator,
Prowler,
considering
but
how
they at least
quickly
avoid
those
giving
Prowlers
them
are
the
getting
first
taken
kill.
out. So now they just have to take some contact on either side of the map to open up some space.
Oh, Medusa. Shoulder to shoulder.
Holy hell.
alongside Zaya.
Whoa.
Zaya
They both
knows
went for it
it's
at the
just a
same
little bit
time.
sooner.
Fatal
Rossi now
goes
spotting
in,
on the
clears
leg.
all of
There's
C,
the
doesn't
spray
hit
coming
anyone.
through.
Try and force back
down.
out. Omen flash is nice,
Low on
but do
HP.
they? Problem is, it's like they could
Paranoia
be
does send
2
Rossi
people here.
running, but DFM now in a very precarious
Dude,
spot.
this was a
30
very
seconds remaining
bold
as they
play
start
to
looking
make over
back across
towards
here towards the
C.
site. Still some noise
Like
being
this one was a
made.
bit too
Zaya
much for me.
just been able to pick up on
It
the
didn't make
outskirts of
sense
those
with the map
footsteps.
control they had, right? No map
Start to back
control.
out just to make
The
sure
minimum
he
there
can
was going to
find
be 2
places
people
to
here.
arrive.
Well, everything being
Jump
sent
angle.
now. Zaya pulling the trigger, but he misses the first target. Anthem's able to go ahead.
Keep an
and
eye on the
collect kill.
time.
10 seconds left.
4v4.
Yeah,
Low
secure
on
plant
health.
on this is so
Medusa
fine.
gone. That means that the pit can't come into play here in this
Spike
round, but with
planted.
that plant, they also have a
Ooh,
lockdown.
so yeah, they get
He's just
locked
gonna go ahead
down,
send
and
it.
no one's here to shoot this, and they
Not
gotta
a
respect
great
this, and
way
time is gonna
for
be
T1 to
low
get rid of this.
after.
And then they have the operator as well.
And then they're gonna have
try to
to
work
run
on this
in, and we can
retake.
have a fade eye
DFM's not
behind
in a
them
terrible
all.
position, but they do passively have to wait. They don't want to push out because they know that op's waiting for them somewhere.
Honestly, not even that much space bought by that lockdown as Cess does get grabbed. Still able to find 1 kill, though. Izu going to be taken down. May at the same time was able to find Excurate. Carpe fights back. On, thrown. Trying to wait that one out. Trying to stay alive.
Holy,
In the end,
close
takes a bit
again.
low, but
Yeah, the
can't
rounds
quite
T1
find
are
the
winning
finisher.
it close.
Rossi will
Still
be able
though,
to get that
I mean,
defuse
it's a
in
nice
T1.
score at the moment.
Stretch their
4-2,
lead ever
force
so
them down to
slightly.
an eco. Lovely kill from Rossi here, just commits with the right
Go all
click.
the way to pick up the operator. Looks like it. Keep the most expensive weapon in the pockets of T1. A great retake. I mean, the use of the C's and then the haunt as well. I love that they both peek the angle that they've marked with that haunt, because one of the opponents will have to clear the haunt for sure.
I just feel like it's a way too site-committed lockdown, in my opinion. I feel like there's so much space, so much of that radius that is not being utilized on the actual
I
site.
think they could have had
The
better.
players, you know, from T1 able to get a very
think after the
solid approach.
lockdown, I
Sure,
think they
at
could have had
CT
better
angle as well
plans.
as Waterfall.
I mean, there's a world where, you know, maybe you plan
Aura,
the
hello
lockdown,
mate,
and
how
I
we
was
doing?
thinking, I was wondering
Good to
if
see you
they
here as
do
well,
it
bro.
is tag the door at least to put some pressure, right? That there might be a flank coming in, something like that to delay the retake or maybe have them rush a little bit more. But at the end of the day, totally understand why, you know, things panned out. DFM, they didn't have any further info, so they didn't want to risk crossing over anywhere else. Just wanted to buy time. Hopefully,
Yeah,
having
good,
faith
man.
that the
Good.
operator would be a bit of a nuisance for T1.
Kind of pumped
to
up after the
work
first
with.
map here. It's worth
But that was
watching
not
if you
the
missed
case.
it.
I mean, mostly it's Carpe's utility that opens things up on the retake, makes short work of him in the end.
4-2. DFM. See how they look coming out of this timeout.
It's going to be important to see what adjustments they make for Rubble, because here's the thing, if you're bringing out the Fade instead of the Sky, you have a lot of utility yourself
Yeah,
to
so the
combat
big
this.
impact
Something we
round
saw
one
in the earlier match that Talon was
was a
doing
clutch
against
from
Shinji.
Rossi,
Of course, that was on the
and
defensive
Extra
side,
is
but
one
either
away
way,
from
it's
getting
slowing
his
that
ult.
down, right? Making sure the opponent's util comes out first, and then retaking
They want to go
control. So I'd
fast
love
over
to see some
towards
adjustments
A,
one way or another
and
from DFM.
fade
Up
eye
full,
into
Sheriff, half
Teva.
coming out.
Nade or?
Jumping up and over. Cross here to Rubble. Pinch shells now lobbed in on the back end. Haunt getting multiple marks, but May taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Like the haunts recently. I don't know if people have been mixing them up all the time, but I swear the haunt. I've never seen so many haunt tags in like the last 2 days or so.
But you were able to tell them that you're willing to take this control. Next time, next round, maybe you slow things down again, see if you can get a reaction out of the opponents, things like that. Now just rotating over, see if they can get some control of Mound and the orb.
Bring them down.
Way forward, Prowler not going to spot much. C2C more than enough before that smoke
Flash
does
hit
come
everyone.
in, but the Prowler getting the jump. He's
Yeah,
gotta
the
make
flash
his
was a
exit.
hard
He's out.
shutdown
Gonna
on
be
this,
a
all
little bit of
5.
space temporarily conceded
Their own flash.
over here to the side
Looked
of
like it
DFM,
hit
but
two,
now they
but-
need to try to work their way onto the side proper. Saya going to be able to find 2, but Medusa and Anthem, 1 apiece. Pop shot from Xcrit going to be good. Just Medusa.
Yeah, some of the HPs come in.
Coming through with the classic.
Yeah, just the comms on the low HP came in there as well. Honestly, got a little bit close. Xcrit had to save them here.
Too much cash to their names either.
Right, big buy rounds,
Still
and they
gonna
had a
be
timeout
T1
into this one as well, so we
yet again
should
now,
expect
5 to
something.
2.
But this is, I mean, T1's one of the teams that has like a better defense side than their attack. So this being defense-sided is okay for DFM.
Here's to see T1's read on the mind games. Overall, I mean, DFM, they try for a couple nice double swings, things like that, but the weaponry, of course, not in their favor. It looks like it's going to be... They want to draw out the utility first from T1, meanwhile get some space on B.
Hit off the rip here from Rossi.
They do this a lot.
As well. I mean, this
Yeah, they do this a lot though.
Now, it does mean
But
that you have
I
to commit
wonder
2
how
people
on. Yeah, they're on top of
That's
it.
a hell of a flick to try to
I've
hit.
seen that like what 3 times
Can't
so
make it
far.
happen. Medusa with a headshot does
Oh,
take down Xcrit.
nice to see the DFM are on top of that one as well.
Prowler to lead May. Oh, bit of a
Wow.
fade away. Takes down Saya player. That is about as good of a start to a round as you could possibly hope for. Looks like, though, DFM still maybe wanting to play into this pit.
I mean, if you can fly over, you've still got the Boombot and a Prowler. And some
They
nanostorms.
don't.
And now Nightfall.
Yep.
And they're rushing into the Viper. 1 extra molly. They gotta respect that molly.
Yep, Rossi
Respect
does
the
have
molly,
been
and you
caught
guys.
by
Okay, you
this.
guys need to relax.
On the doors, Carpe Izu finding 1 apiece. Now Izu getting himself a second. Carpe as well.
Carpe?
Takes out
Damn,
Seth,
bro,
takes
it's
out
nicely
Nat.
done from T1. They had the numbers here. Carpe
the start
kills
was
everyone,
fantastic,
but
the ending
did
absolutely
they
tragic.
need to force through the
Carpe and
Viper?
Izu
That's
just
the real
absolutely
question.
dominate
They at least
DFM.
didn't send it through here, but
And what
they were
happens
like
here is
in
DFM
the area
making
tanking the
assumption that,
damage.
well, the pit's still
So
up
when
on
they
C,
open the
surely
door,
that's
it's
the
just a
weak
lot of
site.
body shots.
So we can get the Nightfall. As long as we can get through the pit, we should be fine.
Nice round from
but
T1
it
though,
takes just a
especially
little
the
too long.
idea when they
The
were low.
Lurk's not active anymore on the other
Right, look how many
side.
body
T1
shots
have the
they have to
read.
hit.
They hear the orb, and that's just the moment they need to set up for this door trap. And Carpe, excellent triple kill to secure the round.
Yeah, good util from Rossi as well here, saving that molly.
It's just so built up here
Just won
in
them
their
this.
favor. Xcrit still able to afford these operators, still has that tour de force in his back pocket. Showstopper from Saya as well. Boombot. Oh, does go off. He does eat some damage. A little bit delayed reaction there.
Nice
Immediate
boombot.
fill in from the A side. So T1 making the adjustments as they need. They're just trusting the trademark on the C site. They've got a showstopper.
And no matter what the score line of this best of 3, if I'm a coach in a team right now, I'm writing this team's name down just so that I watch all of their maps. And there's not many teams like this that like actually just come up with new stuff that you need to watch. But this is one of them.
Snake bite, but May just flat back and forward, able to find 1. Now they know that Rossi's there inside of the smoke.
Like the innovation is relatively low. Most people copy,
Not
but
going to be able to find any eliminations. That's gone. Medusa cleaned up. Carpe again,
Spike down A.
looking to keep them in
okay,
this.
Carpe back to back.
Spike dropped, swings around the backside of Rubble, sets up on top of the wall, does manage to
Big
find the
1v1.
adjustment. He's had Xcrit's number. Can he get it here? Yes, he can!
Incredible from
Bro, that's
Sez.
his play. I mean, he makes
Across, a
himself hard to
triple
hit. He
kill.
knows he has an op, and he does
What a
hit the
clutch.
shot. Nice round from him.
DFM, they break the 4-round win streak. They move up to 3.
Coming into 2024,
Yeah, these
the
rounds have
introduction
been
video
so
that DFM
close,
had,
right? There's
they
so many
introduced Sez as their teammate,
one rounds
who
with just
has
like
some
1
of
or
the
2
more
people
craftier
surviving
plays
that
on
they
their
have to
team.
eco.
Will
They
wanna
have
set up
Chambers
to
ult.
try to take out Xcrit. Knows he's going to be scoped in somewhere on the side of the smoke. Bounces across it.
Just catches it mid-movement, trying to take that more forward position at the base of the stairs. And now that's going to be the tour de force drawn out here of Xcrit. Outlaw in the hands of side player as well, so plenty of firepower available to T1. I mean, we saw what Easy was able to do with that Sheriff, for crying out loud.
Yeah, DFM has to suspect the double up. It's not the first time that T1's shown it. Multiple occasions, especially with the turret, of course.
There you go. 2-tap. Anthem taken down. So Fade now out of the equation. Sneth's just going to be grabbing this orb, trying to get closer to that lockdown. Showstopper still available here.
Like they want to force through door.
The door open, but looks like the answer's going to be no.
I mean, open door again and get another molly out.
Laying any push from coming through.
Look at all the space that T1 has now on the C side, though. Xcure single-handedly pushing out of that. They know that this team has to be stuck here. The trademark hadn't activated before.
Paranoia in, Meg goes through, finds him. Fight will take out.
Damn, dude, the fade ult. The fade. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, Xcure needs to relax a little bit on some of these. That was nicely done from Medusa. Oh boy, okay, it's massively on. Got an upgrade, knows he's over towards door because he has to pick up that spike. That vision block for this as well.
He's got the spike in his hands. He can rotate.
And there's a nice little combo as well. Fade ult into the wall, into the molly. Just all util damage.
Across the opposite side of the map.
Now, the pit, I mean,
Been
it's
a
a 1v1,
lot of
so
1v1s.
way,
Yeah, I think the Viper ult could be good. Does he have a good Viper ult here?
I'm gonna go for the mount plant.
It's for the mount. Honestly, with a mount plant, I would be tempted to not Viper ult.
I mean, full util here for Saya. He's not going to be using the pit, though. Just looking to try to play this out. It's out towards Mountain. Round towards that attacker's spawn.
Now, he's waiting far back, right? Not sure where Saya's going to come from, but also wants to make sure that Saya has to
Yeah, the good thing about this plant as well is you could just be Heaven.
Saya has no idea where the hell he is.
Be Heaven, could be back as Sight, could be Mount.
He's going to have to clear out of Mount a little bit.
He pushes over the top of Mound. Oh,
Medusa.
A little bit of ring around the Rosie.
Nicely done for Saya. Yeah, he really read that one well.
Pack to get himself onto the defuse a little bit faster. 7-3, side player with plenty of time gets the defuse.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit as well.
This is going to be one of those rounds where,
dude, how many is this? Is this like 3 1v1s that T1 have won?
Sure, it could be a bit of a pain.
Damon, how we doing, man? Thank you for the whole year. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the tier 1, man. Good to see you.
Especially as it was Nico here for T1, just that Outlaw, of course, the tour de force.
Hello!
Hi!
Hi!
Yeah, and completely wrecks their money. It was a great round.
Wow. 7-3, DFM. Potential for a 7-5, but would require a thrifty Bucky and a Judge in the mix here for them. As X-Grid and taking a forward position. Paranoia not getting the catch. Upshot will. Anthem dead. Spike now spotted. Time Rossi just
what a shot.
That door. And
oh my, what shots.
2 quick kills there with the Sheriff. Just charges.
Whoa.
Gets himself a third. I mean,
What
what damage dealt.
Okay.
Unreal sheriffing from
Yeah,
him.
nice shots.
Not the round victory, but certainly showing off a bit. 8 rounds, though, confirmed here for T1. So 8-4, the best that DFM can hope for on Lotus so far.
Yeah, and they've got the tools to do it. You've got a lockdown to push into the site. You've got a pit to protect it. So there's definitely some options now. Rushing to the C site might be a little obvious, though, so we'll see. Great hold from Izu. Eventually they'll come through. Of course, the Odin from the other side of the revolving door also assisting a lot from Rossi.
Okay.
So it's going to be
Let's
some
see if they
initial
can get
pressure
one
onto
more.
Rubble and
8-4
see what the reaction
potential.
is from T1.
Setting the paint shells, but no forward presence realistically here from DFM. More than happy.
It's a nice reaction. Oh, you gotta shoot that one if you want to react fast.
Clear this trademark. Medusa
Does get up towards Heaven. Might have had that.
Actually still going on a bit of an
Omen flashed it in. Great nade back. Yeah, there's 4 people just flooding in. The person from Heaven is the person that needed to make the play, and everyone's dead. Hey, nicely done from T1. Yeah, just great Omen flash. And was it Saya that just sent it? Saya here. He was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Again, you had some tools to do it, but DFM.
He didn't pit. He felt like he had a timing.
You know, they didn't have
it's
much
like 2
time.
rounds, honestly, where
they wanted to rush in. They thought that T1 would
it's
be
not
far
too
back.
bad.
I mean, they saw a Prowler chase all the way into deep into the site on C as well.
Like the first one over towards the 1v1 wasn't too bad, and this one here, he was over towards Heaven so early they didn't want to give away his position, so he wanted to get a kill and then go back and help his team. But then they all flooded in from Hobbit, so he got a little bit unlucky.
Afford to have that happen once more. T1 well poised.
It wasn't as bad as some of the other times I've seen people hold on to their ult.
Lotus, as expected.
Yes, a very, very comfy pick for T1. And also,
T1, I mean, T1 have always been good on defense on Lotus, so let's see about this one.
That defense side doesn't feel so bad, right? You can trust him alone, and then you get the Odin and Rossi's hand.
They got to be aware of X-Great using his op a lot on attack.
Rely on to be locked down. Now the question is DFM, are you prepared for the attack? Because if you can make sure X-Great doesn't find a lot of value on the lurks with the opt, that will make things a lot easier on getting the read on T1's movement.
Let's see if they're going to be up to it. As for now, looks like Saya, surprisingly, not going with the Sheriff. Ghost in a blast pack. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay.
Ah, there it is.
That's what I thought. Oh, no.
Oh, they're debating.
We got 20 seconds to decide.
Did T1 even lose the fast map? You should 100% watch it. It was so sick to watch. Like they got fully outplayed. It wasn't even T1 being bad, it was DFM being like legit masterclass.
They just want to make sure that they have the firepower to push through.
Still doing some assessment here. A couple seconds remaining though.
Saya's all alone on the C side, potentially trying to get an orb if there's no movement.
It's just Medusa over there, Jiggle peeking. And, okay, in the meantime,
Shot. Damn. Okay, the pistol round is on the board, you would imagine.
They will keep shutting it down.
Okay, everyone relax though.
Knows that they are both
Yeah,
on this
saw
side of the map.
both though, so they can go in over towards C as well. Medusa picks up the orb.
Plays it backside. Turret set up there and connector to B.
Now, just something
door still needs to be broken too.
Yeah, something I'm noticing is you spotted both, but because they were near the entrance, Medusa actually doesn't push out, so they don't technically have information on if they could have rotated over to B. Normally, Medusa, I would say, is a player who willingly would make sure that he tightens the map, but perhaps just wanting to make sure, because there have been times where that has been the bane of DFM's own rounds.
Find you.
There's the door broken now. There's the haunt. So, decent awareness. As far as their positions are concerned, Saya getting ready to swing in. There's the jiggle.
30 seconds
Spot
left.
him out. Double approach now through stairs. Anthem on the opposite side. Just a classic in hand. Decides to send the Prowler. Confirms his suspicions.
Yeah, they played it very well. This was nice as well. Great discipline once again from this team. Halfway to his ult, we got to keep an eye on that one. Yeah, they would love him to farm these ecos and get this ult online. For the bonus or the big buy. Could even go aggro towards A and get the orb here, to be honest. That would be the most obvious call. Yeah, this movement's nice. This moving in between.
Nonetheless, to potentially the ace, but either way, they'll be able to take the flawless. A great way to start.
Yeah, they want to go aggro on this one, but maybe T1. Let's see if X-Great can kind of disrespect a lot of the util early with the chamber.
I'm sure we might see a little bit of that.
Yeah, and it's the orb that he wants, and it's obviously he wants the orb, and they shut it down. I don't know if he got it. I really don't. And this might, yeah, this might get out of control fast because that is a lot of guns down. And perhaps the plan to get the orb here was a little bit too obvious. Nicely done from T1. Yeah, this is really good. Just everyone hiding towards the left side, wait for the tap, and then pounce out. Great from T1.
This one's certainly going to hurt. Yep.
Really nice round from them.
T1.
Yeah, the plan was too obvious, right? And then they kind of tunnel visioned a little bit on it. They got a bit greedy, tapped it early.
I mean, Carpe, very heads up to just rush him down as soon as that Prowler tags.
Yeah, I mean, the call was just great.
Knows that he doesn't have the sight down the lane behind rubble. A great first kill. I mean, that slows him down a lot, right? This crouch screen plus the chamber kill.
One enemy remains.
At that point, tempo on their side.
Yeah, and just like that, it gets taken away, and we start looking at sunset because this is too many rounds.
Everything to do. Try to get themselves back into this one. Early damage out on the Anthem.
There.
Just holding inside the site, not even on tree. They'll definitely have to get these first kills and try to play a little bit craftily around the hut in the middle.
Pain Shells are trying to turn, trying to lay. It does not work out too much. T1 just continue to push onward. The bot set, immediately set to be found. As Anthem gets cleaned up. They trying to play ring around the rosy a little bit here with that classic in hand. So far,
I saw everything though. Okay.
quite ready for
Still,
Cypher
alright
there.
damage.
And Neth, his damage was dealt with him, by him rather, with that Sheriff.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. That one little
He's got
mistake.
more of that to deliver.
It's 2 sheriffs.
I mean, he had
on
to
DFM.
nades no matter
Not
what.
entirely impossible. But the
It's
angles
just a
aren't
slight
gonna
bit
be
of
in their
greed.
favor.
That's all it is.
Zusa would have to swing the corner and instantly get the headshot here, but instead he's going to be taking some damage. Sufficient for this one. Execute eventually rewarded with the kill. Saya will find a third. T1
Couple of
now
potential
up
armor
to 11.
rebuys. We'll see if T1 want to treat it as a bonus or not. I mean, those two will rebuy armor for
hoping
sure.
to close this out in clean fashion so they can regain some of that confidence that they should have had for this entire match. Looking towards Sunset, which would be map 3. Now DFM
Might be a Crouch enjoyer after
will
this
be able
match.
to
Yeah,
put
a
some
lot of
buys,
duels
but
are won
of
from
course, the
Crouches.
Odin coming out on the side of T1. It's going to be a very, very powerful round for T1 to just try to snowball their way to victory.
Well, this is only last time with rifles in hand, because Economy's not going to be doing great here for DFM. They lose this round. It's going to be showstopper now.
Yeah,
Comes up
that's
here
a
for
Razor.
side
Do they
player.
insta-pop with it? Yes, they
Yes,
do.
it does.
Two
And
people on
last
site.
pass used off the back end of
And
this
one
does get
sticks. Oh, okay,
sectioned
they
by
both
the
get out of there.
Prowler. No sight widely is just going to be space creating ultimate. Checks the
Yeah,
close
that's a
corner here,
free
backside.
sight. And let's see what the retake
They're
is
able to
like.
take all of
Gotta
that,
highlight the
they push
Omen
everything
flash,
they
but this
do, and an
position
early
from
smoke, so that makes it safe.
Excuret
Safe by trying
over
to
the
clear up.
smoke.
Now, yeah, this is the big thing. It's the long sight
Yeah,
line.
this is lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
Force
really
Orb
nice.
Swings out, Execute up on top of Rebel. He'll find that one. Now they get ushered out in towards Rossi, who finds one, but he's traded back. An advantage there, but now equalizing.
Okay.
And comes up with the second kill. Execute
Standing.
dropping. Assassin Anthem both dead, and that leaves Neth all on his lonesome. Runs over, grabs the operator. Widely is just going to have to backpedal and try to hold on to this one.
Yeah.
That's going to be T1.
Yeah, I mean, nicely done from T1.
Yeah, I mean, giving map point obviously
Very
never
nice.
feels good, but otherwise it's not
Razor
like you're gonna have
into-
buys
I
coming,
mean,
or
that
great buys
position's
coming into the
great.
next round. Might as well take
You
that
could raise
operator.
boost someone with
T1
satchel up here as well,
definitely doesn't
right?
want that.
If you didn't have a
Okay.
chamber, I guess.
Final kill in the round to be able to get rid of Izu.
I guess
But
Omen could
so
also
much
play
money.
her as well,
He's
but
at 6,300 before he even gets paid out. So there you go, cash capped as T1.
closest 13-4. Yeah, a few of those 1v1s on the other side.
In
the first half even.
Right now.
T1 are playing very good though.
See if there's any adjustments. It's going to be a long road ahead if you want to try to close things out 2-0. So DFM, what do they discuss here? Because it's not too many rounds that you can sample, right? Just the 4, of course. You lose
Purpose of the attacking Viper wall covering A lobby. It's just the fact they throw it from A lobby so that if they go aggro, they can hide behind it. But the main thing is that it covers just a little cubby for you to walk out and create pressure. Because they have no flashes in this comp, right? So if you get behind the choke point, you gotta come up with ways to get out of your choke point.
Look at it and see what the ult economy looks like right now for DFM, because it's been very slow building in the second half. Just the 1 round victory there in the pistol.
Yeah,
That's thrifty, really.
Yes.
This is
Is what has
T1's
just
best
been
map.
killing them here
At
on
least
this
I
map.
think it is, yeah.
Yeah, that hasn't looked good. Rough for them in this second half.
I don't know. At least in
Yeah,
kickoff,
showstopper.
they thought.
That's it.
Can't
that
remember
up
what the map
early.
they used to pick above it was.
Never been a
But
better time to use it than
they've
now.
started to fast pick it twice in a row
Of
now,
course,
so
being on that defense, it's going to
think
be
they're
hard to
confident with
really
it.
decide when is the best timing throughout this. So off the timeout, T1 gonna wait to see if there is some sort of util dump onto Rubble. Not gonna be entirely it though. The adjustment to take it slow. Let the Odin spam. Let's the util come out.
they picked Descent. Yeah, DFM picked Descent. I mean, they'll pick it every single time after what I saw.
Paranoid. Showstopper sent, but that's a TP out. Neth, however, is able to find Carpe forward, and that means that the Spike now a little bit stranded. Extra, however, pushing out, finds the killjoy. Sess takes out Saya player.
Oh man, Ross, this
In the
is...
hands of T1, Rossi is
Okay,
completely
yeah, Spike was
surrounded.
down, so he
Well,
kind of
the
had to go for a
Odin
play,
not
but
gonna
I
be
think
able to
once
get
they saw the
himself out of
Spike,
that
they thought it might be a
situation.
thing.
He gets taken down, spam.
Yeah, I had to make a play with the Spike there, I think that's fine. I mean, so many rounds to play with, why not?
Just take this weapon out of his hands, but who wants to chase for it?
yeah.
You have no money.
Yeah, DFM has to hold. I mean, they got an operator for it as well, right? So DFM, they want to hold on to all these weapons because they're going to need every single piece. They want to tie this up into overtime. Already giving that 12 to T1 in the previous round. Now I like the adjustment, right? Timeout, then you go for that slow contact once again on Rubble.
Left.
Again, something akin to Talon's play against Gen G. Works out really well against the teams that have just kind of habitual set plays to take over Rubble.
It's like they want to get the gun out, but at the same time,
deciding just to back out. If you
yeah,
catch
at the
him off
same
guard,
time,
sure,
you gotta
but-
someone's gotta go.
10 seconds left.
Guys, Rossi
well
can just
hit.
dropping them off. This could
Second
be an
lease
all.
online for DFM.
It's not even
Hold
worth
on.
it.
So 12-5 now. The
Your money's
scoreline.
this low, you gotta just save.
7 in a row. If they want to take this all the way to overtime and have a chance at getting a win here.
Odin, Operator, both in the hands of DFM for this coming round to match. Now, the Nightfall will be online
What
for
the hell?
T1. Surely,
Okay, we'll count this one
T1
down.
looking to send that.
We
as
had
soon as they have
8
the
chances
opportunity.
down to 7.
I'd be curious if the opportunity is right now off the rip. But given that side players on the opposite side, it seems it's not going to be a huge tempo play out into A.
Yeah, it looks like they've often been doing this T1 in this game against DFM, right? Where they actually have side player alone on the C side to just try to clear. That way they save the paint shells. It's just the Odin that really helps clear A Rubble. This sets them up for the potential Nightfall.
There's a waiting to see if you can hear a tap on the door.
Oh boy.
Oh,
It's going to be a pinch with a double
no
blast back.
idea. Nightfall at the ready. There it goes. Opens things up. They're trying to flush him out. Side
Side's
player
here.
already in from
Side
behind.
double
He's able to
satchelled
go
off
ahead
the fades and they didn't hear it. That was
there
really
in
cool.
front. Medusa now gone.
Yeah,
Jump the
T1
rope,
was
side
so
player
aware
down
because the
21
instant
AC, eventually finds
tap
a
of
headshot
the
and
door as well, and
drops.
just
It's all on
straight
May.
away run
Says
away
to
from
see
it.
If they could try to somehow
Yeah, it just came crumbling
convert
down.
this 2v5.
Okay, Sunset.
these two
And there's
players
still a
have had
chance
some
on Sunset,
incredible
'cause like I
moments,
said, DFM
Looks like it's
would
going to
have
be a tough one. May
heavy focused
basically
on
has
2
to do
maps.
this all on
There's a
his
chance
own,
that
and
second
Sess
map
will
is
be
Sunset.
supporting with an operator from behind.
Blast backs and trying to get himself with his angles a little bit sharper. That's another paint shell.
The
online.
hell?
Spot
Okay.
tries to swing back.
Come on.
Does end up getting
Yeah, it's a
taken
nice
down.
try still.
Just
Okay,
too
really
many
impressive
players
map
to
from
deal with there
T1 as well.
on that
As always
site.
on this map, really.
T1 keep themselves in